Alright everybody, today we got Rohan Patel versus Lozzi. This is Tom's River East, second singles. It's a good match. Right off the start, guys, I'm going to go through this kid's serve because I think it's a really good example of what we should be shooting for. To start off, see how his racket's angled downwards, okay? He's got a really high toss, but this racket facing down is going to allow him to pass it over his head and really extend upwards and get the most power of it. You also see his lower half of his body, his hips are rotating and he's landing in ready position. And you see him snapping through that ball again. So if you guys want, watch his serve the entire match. He's got a really good technique. For this point specifically, he had a good serve. Rohan did not put it deep enough. The kid approached and put the ball away. So based off the first game, this looked pretty rough. Kid was serving really well. He had some really good strokes, and I'll say this, is his serve better than Rohan's? Yes. Did he have a better topspin shot than Rohan's? Yes. But he is, I want to say actually a little bit more inconsistent, to be quite honest. And we lost this match for a couple little reasons, which we'll get to as we go through the video. Okay? So, let's see what we got here. 0-1 down. Now, I'll break down Rohan's serve a little bit later as well. Initially, both, this kid couldn't really return well. Rohan was putting good shots in. Rohan, big fan of the slice. We'll break that down why I don't think it's a good idea. It's actually, it's a good shot to have in your arsenal, but Rohan uses it a little bit too frequently. Now, here's what's going to happen, right? So let's get this going. First of all, a little bit wide of a serve, well, wide of an angle, I should say. Serves it in. Your opponent hits you short. He puts him left good. Now look where Rohan set up. Now I actually kind of like this. He's in the right half. I'd say he's a little bit too far to the left, just a smidge too far to the left, but his racket's down. Because his racket is down and not up in ready position, Rohan's a little bit late to get to the ball there. So, as you'll see through our video, guys, there's these little technique mistakes that Rohan makes. His decision making is usually okay. This is another good example, right? So look how far your opponent's back. You think, all right, do I go cross court? Do I go left? Now he goes cross court, but in the middle. You got to think about where your opponent is going to be hitting your next shot, right? If you hit the ball to the right, where will your opponent go? So in that example, right, if Rohan hits, down the line, your opponent has to slide to the left. Rohan can slide to the middle, and he's a good spot. In the video we just watched, Rohan hits cross court. The next shot that your opponent's going to hit is also to the right. So Rohan's going to have to hit, not only hit the shot, get it in, and then sprint to the side. Some of the points here were just lost on body position. And we got to think about, all right, if I hit the ball to a certain area, where's your opponent going to go, and where's his next shot going to be? I think Rohan's going to really benefit going through this video and hopefully make some adjustments for his next match, because this overall match was winnable. At a certain point, we were up on the entire court. All 5 courts we were winning. We do end up losing this overall match 3 games to 2. But we could have won. We definitely made a bigger improvement since the last time we played him. No doubt about that. Again, slice. What's that? Where is that going? Defensive shot. Now. Okay. Good lob back. Nice. That's a smart defensive shot there. That's a smart one. Now, slow coming in. Here we go. Where do you want to go? He goes cross court again, knowing he has to get to the left-hand side. He does get there properly. Hits another good cross court shot. All right. So this game had a little bit of like, I've won a point doing the wrong thing. The reason I slowed that one down is, Rohan learning that, hey, I hit cross court last time, knew he had to get across the court extremely fast, and he did. You can make your life a lot easier, though, sometimes hitting down the line. you get up to the net, it depends on where your opponent is. Sometimes it is better to actually hit down the line than it is cross court, based on what your opponent will be doing next. Yeah, see these shots in the center? Not good. And also not a really great shot back. When you guys approach the net, you don't want to be in the middle, right? And this is also why we need it's kind of a semi-strong second serve. If your opponent can do that every single time, right? If he can approach the net and just hit a really hard passing shot, it's gonna make your life a lot harder. Lob it over. Hey, that works. Make them reach. Make them challenge these kids. On the line. Yeah, see, he tried to hit with power there. Back foot, lob it up. After all that, we're actually up 2-1 right now. All right, this kid's inconsistent. Now, this is a good use of a slice, okay? If your opponent has a huge serve, sometimes just block the ball back. But what do you do with a block back? Right? Your block has to be deep into the court. Right? If you block the ball and the ball lands in front of the service line, then this kid's going to crush you. But if you can block that serve and have it land in no man's land or deeper, that's good. That's a good spot. And Rohan did a very good job of neutralizing this kid's strong serve. It's got to be one of the most frustrating things. You hit this great powerful serve and the kid just goes, boop, blocks it back. And now, all that energy and power you just exerted is literally worth nothing. A little bit of bad luck right there. Again, see, this kid was missing left and right. He had some good shots. I'm not saying the kid was bad. He's not a bad player at all. It's just, I think overall, Rohan actually hit more shots in the court. And the shots that he missed were because of the positional errors he was in. Now, this is a good example, okay? You can go up, you can go left, you can go right. What you don't want to do, okay, as a rule of thumb, is if you're going to go cross court and it's that kid's forehand, you better have a great angle on it. But just a soft, easy shot to a kid's forehand is typically not your best idea when you're at the net. If you don't know what to do, guys, when your opponent's at the net, go up and over them or hit it to their backhand. Don't give them an easy forehand shot. Recognizing whether your opponent is lefty or righty and hitting to their weak shot is a simple thing you can do to try to win some more points. Little mistakes. I think little mistakes. I just lost this game. And if you look at this first set, it's going to be a close one all the way to the end. A couple extra points here. We could have won this. We could have really won this in the match. Yeah, kid didn't stop, just running all the way through. But a topspin shot puts that ball back in the court. Look how close he's standing for that second serve. Jeez. He's able to dictate the point. When you guys are serving, you're supposed to be on offense. You're supposed to be putting this kid on his heels. I like that stroke. Good. Deep. Ish. Yeah, it's hustle. Good try. Now, that's a solid move, okay? Going around wasn't working, go up and over. Rohan actually wins a couple points on some very nice lobs. And I'll explain why they were actually really smart shots as well. See, this kid's approach shot is dead center in the court sometimes. And every time it's dead center, he's giving Rohan an extra chance to win this point. We didn't capitalize on it, but those are not his best shots. This kid's best shots was when he was hitting cross-court, hard topspin hits. Every time he hit in the middle, he gave Rohan an extra chance to win. And Rohan, vice versa, same shot as well, right? Rohan definitely went for more aggressive shots here and there, which is nice. And we're still up, guys. Now, I want you to look at this. This is an ace, okay? Watch that technique and again. For righties, we have a team full of righties. That's a right-handed spin serve. It's a great tool to have in your arsenal. Ball curved right away. Rohan standing a little bit to the right. And that ball curving left is gonna be trouble. Nice little rally. Can go over. Ah! Just go up and over, man. He's that close to you. Just go up and over him. Nice and high. Rohan will figure that out eventually, and I'll show you guys why it was a good idea. Now, let's take a look at Rohan's serve. So, Rohan's racket, this is what we call the waiter's tray, right? It's on his back. The racket is behind his shoulder, and look how high he is tossed. It's not very high. It's off to the side. Instead of Rohan coming up and over his head, he's coming to the side of the ball. His whole arm is sideways. He's losing power. It's not a good angle on the shot, and the ball goes out twice. And this kind of became Rohan's serve here at the end of the set. I'd say it became more apparent that it was just a slice, but not a good slice. You're losing a lot of potential power and angle on the ball, believe it or not. We were up 3-2. Now we're down 5-4, but it's still close. I mean, Rohan wins one more game, and we got a 5-5 set, which he will. And this kid, like I said, guys, inconsistent. We move our body in a better position every now and then. We make a better decision when choosing where to hit the next shot. Well, we might win the set. That being said, Rohan's serves are deep, typically, in that box, which is where you need to be. And every time Rohan didn't hit deep, this kid charged in and smashed a shot past us. Block it back. Rips across. Great slice. That's all you have to do. Guys, that's a good play, guys. You slice when you have to, but it shouldn't be a default. A slice is, by nature, a passive shot. Rohan with good position on the court. See that? That's not doing much there. Now he's into the net. Yep, see? Slice and slice and slice. Kid's going to keep creeping up. Good cross-court shot. Aha. Now, when do we approach? We hit a down-the-line shot. This kid is sprinting across the court. This is going to be a lob. This is going to be a soft lob. Rohan pauses. Rohan, you should have charged and hit that thing out of the air. But you're here now. I think Rohan suffered from what we call paralysis by analysis. He overthought that shot. Couldn't decide if he wanted to hit a little slice or a lob or whatever. Ends up doing something in between. The ball bounces lightly. The kid is able to charge back to the ball. And now look where Rohan is. He's in no man's land. And we lose that point. Right? Positional mistakes. Decisions on what to do with our ball mistakes. I think, if you had to look and go, what's the number one reason why we lost this match specifically? Little decision mistakes, right? Wasn't consistency. I mean, yeah, there's some technique issues, sure, whatever, but like at the end of the day, we hung in this match. We're going to lose this set 7-5. It is a close set, back and forth the entire time. Some shots go our way, some shots goes his way, but, if we made some little adjustments, this match is ours. All props to Rohan coming back here and continuing fighting. A lot of kids would have been like just giving up or lost that little competitive edge. He hung in there. Now, when your opponent has a weak second serve and you're able to charge in there like that, that's a smart move. But this second shot that he hit was not good. He allows Rohan to get to the net. He pushes him across court. He's probably going to go cross court, right? This is he hit to his forehand. He's going to hit there. Rohan, your racket is not in ready position. You're a little late to come to that ball. And again, these are little technique things that we can tweak on. You hit the ball, you're back to ready position. You're at the net. For the love of God, get that racket up. Now, we lose the first set 7-5. But we're going to win some points here on some nice lobs, and I think this might be a good strategy for many of us to try out. If you don't have a clear left or right passing shot, go up and over. I'll explain why in a minute or so when we get to that the 1 point. Yeah, a lot of slices by both these kids. Bingo. See that? Now, okay, that was a double bounce, but like went up and over his head. Got jammed up there a little bit. Play back, guys. Play back on that first. Yep. you even hear Rohan go, why'd I do that, right? Step in, stroke, give me a forehand, make me a backhand topspin shot. Look at that. I know that's out. I know that last shot was out, but when you slice the ball, you are giving up power. And if it's not angled, you're not putting the difficult position for that kid. Like that. That's a great, you moved in, you hit a little stroke, boom, done. That one dead center, now you get a chance to lose. Now this kid, again, inconsistent, but you're giving an opportunity there. We are just losing right now, 3-2, but we're here. Slice in the middle. For what reason? What do you want to do with it? It's the right idea, though. A little, again, footwork's a little off there. That was the right idea. Okay, your opponent charged the net. Lob it up. Why? Because even a simple lob puts this kid in a defensive position. Now Rohan has a chance to be the aggressor, which, we're going to lose this point. But you see, when you guys go to the net, right, you're supposed to be on offense. You're supposed to be really dictating the point, really punching balls at it a player, right? If you're able to give them a simple lob and all they can do is just kind of like lightly tap that ball over to you, now you're on offense again. You got to take advantage of that. We, again, lost it there, but that was a good strategy, right? You're putting to the net. You can go with the super aggressive passing shot. If you're not confident, lob it deep over their head. Again, just be his kid. Now, listen, you're down 5-2. Some of you may have given up. Rohan's going to dig a little deeper. Slice a Rama. Up and over. Okay. Little passing shot. That's all you need, right? See? High. It's gotta be there. Hair quicker. Rack it up. Ready position. Hit. Keep that racket up. Parts of this set looks kind of similar to Harmon's match, the last one I did, which was kind of more passive as opposed to patient. But this is a good way, it's a good strategy. You go, hey, my opponent likes to get to the net. How do I take advantage of that? I can hit over him, or I can hit around him. And this kid did have a tendency to hit a little too hard sometimes. And with that, it's 5-4, right? Like, you're down 5-2, you blink, now it's 5-4. You're in. You win one more game, it's 5-5. You're got 2 more extra games to win this set and go to a third. Now, unfortunately, it won't happen. I'd say Rohan made some technical stroke issues here. This kid did just kind of start hitting some good ground strokes. I'll give credit where credit's due. He does hit some good strokes here. At the end of the day, we are going to lose this set 7-5, and I believe, 6-4. But it could have been one. This is a possible win. All right, we could have a little more tweaks here, there, better decision making on the court, guys. Things that we will practice as we go through our next practice. Okay, later.